The North was very developed in terms of factory production. Even though they had a lot of jobs, they had very poor working conditions. They worked for long hours for little amounts of money. The North had 82% of the production capability in the United States and developed many different things such as the telegraph systems, making communications easier. The North had a strong central government instead of sticking to state-run governments. They felt that state-run governments would be too powerful. Also, the Republican Party dominated the Northern government. They did not believe in the Democratic Party. They also wanted to eliminate slavery because they felt that it was unright and unjust. They had a growing power in Congress and began to get more involved with politics. In the North, politicians, industrialists, and businessmen found themselves at the top class of the social pyramid. Farmers were found in the middle class, and poor farmers were found at the bottom class. Traditions of publications started to occur, and people started to become more educated and get wealthier jobs. The newspaper also started to grow. The North had a couple different things in terms of geography. They had the Great Lakes in this area of the United States and had many rivers which ran down from it. It also had the Appalachian Mountain Range, which ran up from Maine down to the bottom of the Northern Territory states. In the South, they mostly relied on farming. They used slaves for all of their farming so that they did not have to go through hard labor and they were unpaid. It was an easy way of being able to farm and easy work. Also, they did not have any industrialization, which means that they did not have any big factories or anything. They mostly just focused on farming. They also had seaports, which made it easy to trade with others and ship in slaves from Africa and different countries that they got the slaves from. Also, cotton was their main product in farming, and it was very easy for them to produce due to their climate. The South did not have as big of politics as the North did. They did not believe in having a central-owned government. They believed in the state government. They wanted the states to be the power. They also feared that the North would abolish slavery and tried protecting it through the Civil War. They were afraid that if the North abolished slavery, they would no longer be able to farm as well as they have been because the slaves are free, hard labor, and all you have to do is feed them. If the slaves were abolished, they would have to do all the work themselves. Also, the Democratic Party is the dominant party in the South. They did not like the Republican Party. The plantation owners were found at the top of the class. They were more important than others. The slaves were at the bottom. They supported that states could take away laws and make their own laws. The South was different from the North in terms of social and cultural. They had a poor public education, and plantation owners were found at the top of society. Slaves were found at the bottom. The South still believed in slaves, but they were not part of society. They felt excluded. The South was much different from the North in terms of geography. They had great farming soil, very little mountains, and has the best places to farm. They also had many rivers and lots of plains for farming. The South was in this portion of the United States, and is still the best place for farming today. It is still found to be the richest place for soil and growing crops, and has the greatest weather all year round to grow the crops that they need to grow.